Hello everyone, and today this is a cook with me vlog, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do today is make spicy nachos, and we use simple ingredients. We use ground chicken because we try to watch what we eat, our calorie count. We got about 4 packs of that because we'll be feeding a family of maybe 5. We're gonna say 5. I learned how to make my cheese sauce. We used to use cheese whiz, but it wasn't going for enough of my family, and we would have to buy about 3 or 4 jars. So we decided to just go with the Velveeta. I'm going to show you how I use Velveeta to make my cheese sauce. It gives you a little bit more if you are feeding these many people. We use Taco Bell seasonings, as well as we spice it up the way we like it. I like Taco Bell mild sauce. Because we use the Doritos, the spicy Doritos. We used to do the, what was it? The Flaming Hot. And let me just tell you guys something. That was not going well with my stomach. Close my refrigerator. And baby girl loves to make homemade guacamole. She makes the best guacamole this side west of the Mississippi, y'all. So stay tuned for that. We got a lot of Roma tomatoes because we like a lot of fresh tomato and lettuce on our nachos. We have a couple of limes, you know, in case someone wants to squeeze some delicious lime on their nachos. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so we have the trusty wok for our 4 packs of ground chicken. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of the seasonings we'll be using. Baby girl, what type of seasonings do you want? Onion, garlic, black pepper, anything else? Paprika? Just a little paprika. Anything else? That's it. So what we're doing now, and I know this pot may be a little bit, you know, in the way, but I'm gonna show you guys how I make the cheese sauce, that Velveeta cheese sauce, in a moment. So we're just gonna go ahead and put the ground chicken in that wok, and baby girl is gonna then add her seasonings. Okay, for that delicious cheese sauce, what I am going to do is, we watch calories around here as much as we can. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the stove on, my pot. I'm gonna put it on, my stove has low, and then it has numbers, and then it has high. I'm gonna put my burner on about 2, and what I'm gonna do now is pour roughly, that's about a cup of milk into my pot. And then I'm gonna go ahead and slice my Velveeta cheese, and then I'm gonna incorporate it into the milk. What I normally do is I let that milk come up to temperature very slowly, and then I start to add my Velveeta cheese. Okay guys, what we normally do to mash our meat, we normally use this, it's a potato masher, and we just get down in there with that potato masher. And can you show them how she basically is just gonna go down in there and use that to break up the ground chicken. We find that it's an easy way to do it, as well as it's very forgiving on your Teflon pans. If you have the non-stick pans, it will help keep you from demolishing your pots and pans as well. Okay, with the seasonings, we just add those basic household seasonings that you would have in your pantry. You choose whatever seasonings you like, because when you're cooking, it's about what you like. There's no right or wrongs to cooking. Make sure you do everything very clean, and you should have a wonderful product. I'm going to show you guys also how I prep my lettuce and tomato, and my avocado as well. So let's get back to the cheese sauce. Baby girl's just gonna go ahead and continue to cook that ground chicken. Okay guys, right here I just have fresh Roma tomatoes. The key to your veggies and your fruit, guys, make sure you wash your produce. It's so important that you wash it because you don't know who's handled this before it gets from manufacturer or from warehouse to store. So make sure that you give it a really good wash. And what I normally do is I just kind of go in and rough chop my tomatoes. We don't like dice. We like maybe a little bit bigger than dice size pieces for our loaded nachos. Okay, at this stage of the cooking process, we've ground all of the cooked all of the ground chicken, and we're gonna take it over to the sink and drain all that oil off. We're gonna make sure we have just that delicious meat remaining without all of that oily fat. Okay, so now we're just gonna add those seasonings to our ground chicken. We use a spicy, hot and spicy pack of seasoning because we like flavor. We like flavor, we don't like a lot of heat. So we're just gonna use that to our discretion. She added maybe about what, a half to 3/4 of the pack.
A little more than half.
A little bit more than half of that pack. And I'm still working on that cheese sauce over here to the side. It is coming together very nice. When you're cooking nachos, whatever you're cooking in the kitchen, make it your own, please. It's like, a lot of people think that it's rights and wrongs to cooking. It's what you like. Put in there what you like. If you want to mix your seasonings, if you want to customize your blends, whatever you want to do you, boo. What do you think about that? So we're just gonna add those seasoning packs to the ground chicken, and then we add a bit of water, right, to that, and then we're just gonna simmer that until all of that seasoning fall in love with the meat. It's gonna fall in love and marry that meat. It's gonna make it just fabulous. Okay, at this point, our cheese sauce is melted. Most of it is melting. You want to scrape down the sides of your pan a little bit, whatever you're using, because that cheese will go around the sides of your pans. I was trying to see. Okay guys, now that I've julienned all of this lettuce, this is just one head of lettuce. Take those hard pieces out, we don't like those. I'm just gonna take it to my sink and wash it. Okay guys, your cheese sauce is gonna look something like this. If you like your cheese sauce a little thicker, add less milk. As this sits, it will get a little thicker, but this is about the consistency if you use that amount of milk. Okay guys, we're just going to show you how we cut the avocado. We're prepping our avocados for our guacamole. Avocados have a really big seed in the middle, so what you're going to do is just take the knife and run it around the avocado, and you're going to twist it. So the next time we make guacamole, we can show you a little bit more in depth you know, of how we do that, but that's just the basis of how you do it. It's easy peasy. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how we prepare our avocados. You just basically cut it in half, pop that cute little seed out. It's so cute. And you're just gonna run your spoon around the meat of the avocado, between the perimeter of the avocado. And we're waiting, ta-da! Okay, now that we have our avocados in a bowl, we're just gonna simply add some onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, some black pepper, we have fresh lime, but we're also going to use some of this lime juice as well because it helps preserve the color a little bit better than fresh lime. I don't know why, it just works. Okay, you do all of this to taste, guys. Make it your own.
The fresh lime.
Oh. We're going to get a little bit of fresh lime. Have some here. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So she's just sticking holes in that fresh lime to juice it a little bit better. So just a little to taste.
Yes. We actually got what you call it. I should have used.
And a juicer, but I find that, you know, doing it that way works too. So you have to make sure your avocados are very ripe, because if not, the struggle will be real. So she's using that potato masher again. And then if your avocados are not ripe, you can actually throw them in the microwave for a few minutes, right?
Mm-hmm. Or if you know you're not going to eat it for a couple of days, just set them out on your counter.
Yeah. You can put them in a brown paper bag too, I think.
But these were perfect.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't want them too ripe, because then, you know, they have a lot of rotten spots in them.
Look at that color. That color is amazing. Okay, so we're gonna mash this up and then we'll show you guys the end product. Okay guys, a key component to your guacamole is adding your salt. If you don't add a little bit of salt, it's gonna taste a little bit fresher than we like. So we just went in and went on and did a little sprinkleization with that little bit of salt. Salt gives it, and it enhances flavor. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just take a layer of my nachos, lay them down like that. I'm gonna then put some ground beef on there, ground chicken, yummy. Okay. And you could double, triple layer it if you like. Then I go in with my cheese. No, I go in with my cheese. Let's bring it over here. Go in with that delicious cheese. Let's see. Give it that rain. Okay. I'm gonna let that lettuce rain down on that. Tomatoes. I'm gonna go in with a little extra cheese. If you love cheese, go in with a little extra. And then you're gonna add a few more of those chips. A little bit more lettuce. A little bit more tomatoes. Let's rain down with some of this cheese sauce, y'all. Yes. Sprinkles. Okay. Your guacamole on the side there. Yes. Your sour cream on the side there. Yes. I'll put a few limes there. Make it so pretty. And now the pièce de résistance. We're gonna take the sauce and we're gonna ooh. Okay guys, this is our loaded nachos and we're gonna say till next time.